Well, welcome to a new Harry's Garage video. No, we are not in the garage at home. We are in the Trough of Bowland, a beautiful part of England I know quite well, because up here is where Peter Wheeler lived, and we used to come visit here and see the amazing TVRs he then created, all sorts of cars. But the last time I was with Peter was with a very special car that was the balmiest TVR, if you like, I'd ever seen. And it was called the Scamander. And the idea of it was, according to Peter, it could go up these moors, but it could also go into a lake and cross. He had a boat and he wanted to get to his boat as well. Just balmy, typical Peter. And I just have very fond memories of Peter taking me around and saying, yeah, this is the answer to life. This is the car everybody needs. It then progressed, and I did actually, the last time I saw this car, I actually went out into Ullswater, and it did swim, and it did about 6 knots, and it's just crazy. That was 12 years ago. And a few weeks ago, I got a call from Peter's son, Joe, and he said, what about the Scamander? Do you think we could get it going again? I'd really like to see it on the road. I said, I'd love to see that. Can I come up and see what it looks like now, and if we can get it going? And behind this door is where the Scamander is, and Joe is. So let's open the door and go and see this crazy TVR. Joe, thank you ever so much. Good to see you again. What a shed, what things to see, and there it is. Yeah. Oh, it's so good to see it.
Yeah, some hibernate, and obviously this is where it's been resting for a while.
Yeah, and you've got all these other toys in here that I recognise. I can remember with your dad in that up on the moor, Series 1.
Yeah, it's a funny story with that one. It's the year I was born. It came here, and it's just a complete coincidence. It was called Joe, so that's where it's stuck, and it's still here.
Yeah. Well, as I say, it's quite tricky, the terrain around here, isn't it? You want something proper to get about the farm.
And I think that's one reason why it did stay, because going across the wet fields in particular, it's really surprising how good they are. Really surprising.
Well, they're so light compared to now. Yeah. And it's got oversized tires. It wouldn't have to stay standard with your dad, really, would it?
No, it had to be changed, obviously.
Super light. But yeah, just before we get to Scamander, which we will do, which is just epic. There's me, my last time I was in it, swimming. There it is. It does swim, and it does go on the moor. I just think we ought to go around some of these cars here, because there's a bit of a story here, isn't there?
Yeah, well, some of these TVRs. One of the stories was so after my dad passed away. I've got 2 older sisters, Lizzie and Annie, and my mum surprised us one morning, and we woke up and said, we're doing something today. So I think we were in the car for an hour and a bit, asking obviously a load of questions. Where are we going? And it turned out to a TVR dealership. I was about 8 at the time. So luckily my sister, me and Annie and Lizzie all chose cars at that age. So this is where the cigarist ended up, because me being an 8-year-old and a cigarist, it obviously appeals to an 8-year-old.
Perfect. Look at it.
Yeah, this is where it sits. So
And now you're the grand age of 20.
20, just turned 20 now.
And you've driven it?
Yeah, I have. Well, only the insurance is a bit of a problem on all of them, but not on the roads yet, but hopefully one day.
Right. So you didn't take your test in it or anything silly like that?
Oh, no. Yeah, definitely not. I don't think that would have gone too positively. Definitely.
Well, excellent choice. Brilliant colours as well. A Cerbera.
Yeah, a Cerbera. So this is Annie, which is Annie's choice. I think she's more of she's not the oldest, but I think she's more of a wise person. So I think she likes the practical of the 2 seats in the back too. So I think that's why that was her choice.
Okay, she's got family sort of intention, so to take the 4 up.
4.
Yeah.
So that's where that.
It's a very sensible choice.
It was obviously very sensible.
And then your dad's. I didn't know he had one of these.
Yeah, so this is his dad's car, which he always had. So it's based on an Elvis, where you get the chassis, and then obviously it's a coach built, so you build up around that, and
wow,
that's hibernated for a while.
So that's a family heirloom now.
Yeah,
isn't
it is really now. Yeah, it's I think that's going nowhere too soon.
No.
So, yeah.
And then infamous cars.
Yeah, this hasn't
repeaters.
been around for a while. It's so this is my dad's last Tuscan race car.
Yeah.
Which the distinct flip-flop colours with the purple and green.
Wouldn't expect anything else.
Yeah. So this is half in the work for a conversion by my dad, and then just didn't finally complete it. But now it's a bit of a dilemma, to be honest, because do you take it the full way, or do you take it back to the true race car, where it's been, all the moulds are correct now for the interior and stuff. So I don't know, the racing side is also intriguing as well.
Right. So what, a conversion into a road car?
Conversion into a road car,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there's been a few things changed in it. It's still got the V8 from the racing days, but just in a dilemma at the moment.
Right. I always remember with your dad, the engine was always interesting on his race car, because it was always a development engine, wasn't it? And people grumbled that he was always easily the quickest on the straights.
Well, I think that's the way he liked it, to be honest.
Well, he did own the company and the race series. So
well,
he had
yeah, so I think that stays as it is.
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. So it's a pretty healthy engine in it, let's say.
Yeah.
But this car I remember seeing, and your dad, I've never seen a smile on his face like when I saw him in this car. And this is quite a rare car, isn't it? This.
Yeah. So based on the 5000M, so a series in Canada which went to Canada, and managed to import one back, and I think that was his base for building his race car to do classic racing in.
Yeah, we had a Aston Martin
DB4.
DB4 he was racing that, but he wanted a historic TVR to race, and he didn't quite fit in the early Griff, where a 3000M he could fit in.
Yeah.
That's the story I remember him telling me, and then it had a 5-litre engine, this one in Canada. I thought, that's the one I'll have then.
Yeah, definitely. So it was more trying to get it back to fit in all the classic racing, so that's why it was established, and he loved that type of racing. So,
and he did race this in 2008.
Yeah, so
October,
this was raced in October, so he did one round.
Wow, and you've got ambitions to race this, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I would love to have a go, definitely, and see what it has to do. But yeah. Wow,
we ought to quickly move on to.
Yeah, so this is the Mark II Tuscan. This was the final choice of my oldest sister, Lizzie. Lizzie has it's sort of a personality as well. Lizzie's a bit more of a wild side, so I think it's like the convertible look. So I think that's why it descended from bright red.
Brilliant collection, but we really ought to talk about Scamander. Now, we've been dancing around on dates and things. You do a bit of racing these days, don't you?
Yeah, so just coming back from Dubai, I'm doing my...
As you do.
Yeah, so I just... it turns out I'm doing my degree at Bentley too at the moment, so it turns out an opportunity arose for doing the Bentley Continental GT3.
Unbelievable.
I've worked up through British GT.
Ginettas and things.
Ginettas in the Ginettas, and now it's the GT3. So the Bentley GT3 we made it 24 hours, came 4th in class.
Unbelievable, because that hasn't raced for a while.
So it's not had an Evo package, so it's 2018 was the last time it was raced. Homologated. So it was a pretty event with the managed to finish.
And it finished 4th.
Yeah.
And there were some new boys there that didn't finish, wasn't there?
Yeah. So there was the factory Audis and all the new Ferraris, the 296, the GT3. So 2 of them.
And you beat those?
Mercedes. So it's a good weekend.
And how many hours racing did you get then?
So I did 6.5 in total. But it was even more impressive because the car managed to do nearly 24 hours of testing before it did the 24-hour race. So it was a real achievement for the car.
Well done you. Yeah. And now we're back to something completely different. The Scamander. The Scamander hasn't done anything then for how long?
10, 12 years. It's not really turned a wheel. So
so
we had a a quick look at it yesterday. It still needs a service and getting back on the road for an MOT. But
right.
It's just been hibernating here at the moment.
It is just the most extraordinary thing. And you were showing me earlier some of the sketches your dad did on this. He actually drew it out, didn't you?
Yeah. Not many people know about that, but he did like a pen, probably not on a piece of paper. It was probably on a bit of.
Well, it's good drawing. The one you showed me.
Yeah. So,
really nice. But it was always central driving position, wasn't it? It was obvious.
Yeah, it's central, definitely. To see everything around you, especially on the moor. You don't want to be on one side and see the rock on the other side, so that's why it was pretty central. And I think you can also fit more people in.
Right, yeah, the three seats.
With the 3-seat layout. A bit of an event with everyone in.
And the obvious thing anybody else except Peter would think, it has to be 4-wheel drive because it's going to go up on the moor. No, he demanded 2-wheel drive for lightness.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and also he's more determined to get it working with the wheels as well when it goes in the water. So that was also another choice.
Well, I first saw it 2008, and we dipped into his pond, and
okay.
It was all right on the moor, but he had these funny paddle things. He thought it would work on the back wheels, and he would just drive off, and it just made a muddy mess and didn't really go very quick.
Yeah, so I think was that the first time the sort of skeleton. Yeah,
it was very early days. But then we came back 2012. And it was completely different. It was on skinny tyres when I first drove it, sort of vintage Bentley racing tyres. And it was all right more on the rough. I was amazed. It's like a Dakar car that I sort of know, and it has lots of suspension travel, and it was actually really good on that side of things. It just didn't quite work when we dipped it in the water. But then it did. In this form, it was extraordinary. And also just how it cornered, because it's wide track, so it was a real surprise how good it was on road. It's quite noisy in there.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a stance, but it's a lot of things going on, definitely, that's for sure, the fans.
Because you haven't driven this, have you?
This hasn't been driven. Yeah, as I say, this is 10 years I've not driven this. So.
No. So did you ever go in it, do you think?
Yeah, I think I remember sitting in the sides of it, but never turned a wheel yet.
Well, that is the idea. I wonder if we can get it going. But you've had a good look around.
Yeah, we had a few fuses to have a look at, which is a bit of a mystery, but we've managed to solve that now. So it does turn over now. As I say, it does need the oil drop in and a service, but it is working. So
what have you done? So you just put a new battery on it so
far? Literally, a new battery. And then having an issue with a fuse, which we managed to solve now. And
because you couldn't get the fuel pumps.
We couldn't get the fuel pump. That was it. We couldn't get the fuel pumps, and we tried for ages tracing everything. And then in the end, it was just a dodgy fuse, which had a problem. I didn't have at the top, but at the bottom it was broken, so that's why we missed it.
It's a tricky thing to work on, isn't it? Because it's all has to be waterproof, so it's not as though you look underneath and wiggle stuff.
Yeah. So that was another idea. So the idea was this back was just sort of the demonstration of actual pickup, where you can stand in the back or sit in the back. But the idea was that this is interchangeable back, so you could have different layouts. So I think one of the maddest ones, when I was speaking to a designer the other day, designer which did it, his favourite one was, all he wanted to talk about was the gun with the machine gun on the top for the army usage. So
just army use, not on the moor. No.
Yeah, so that was, and then there's the flatbed ones for transporting stuff.
Well, that's Graham Brown, is it? The design?
Yeah, Graham Brown. Yeah.
And you're saying he's at Bentley now?
Yeah, he's at he's at Bentley now. So small world.
And he does dashboards or interiors or something?
He's on exterior at the moment. So
right.
Some of the stuff you'll see is done by him as well. So
oh, great. Yeah, what a legacy. So what we're going to do then? Do you want to see if we can actually make it sort of start up and
have a go? Yeah, definitely.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah.
So engine is directly behind the driver.
Yeah. So the engine, a lot of heating work's gone into it. Get it obviously to cool down. But But yeah, it's mid, well, as close to the middle of the car as possible, obviously for weight reasons. So that's where it sits, and that's why it's a bit of a theatre inside the cabin.
Let's have a look.
So yeah.
How do you do it?
So you just have to take some of the padding out.
That seat flips down, doesn't it?
And then so this seat, all these seats flip down, because this is another idea. And you'll see the fuse box. Another idea was when that pad's there, this could be a sort of a stretcher as well for rescuing people.
Right.
So that was another idea. So you could have a stretcher either side in the army.
Right.
So that was another idea. And
or to sleep in when you're
well,
exploring.
and sleeping and exploring, and if you're injured, all purposes really.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the thing. And then if you and take this is where the magic is.
Wow. Yeah, that sort of explains why it was quite noisy in here.
Yeah, definitely.
That is right there. My goodness, there's not a lot of cover on that engine, is there? There's no soundproofing.
Yeah, well, as much as that, and then obviously you've got a lot of fans to heat it up. So that's where it lies.
Yeah. So I remember just from my piece looking at the detail, it was 3 litre V6 Ford unit, 275 horsepower, and actually an automatic gearbox in it. Can't remember where the gear change was.
Yeah, so gear on the other side.
On the other side,
That's your rudder,
Yeah. Right, so you've been in here squirring around yesterday, mucking about, you're just trying to make these blessed fuel pumps go.
Yeah, these fuel pumps, I was really stumped by it, and then obviously it led to a fuse, but from that, this works off 2 systems for the chassis module, and then you obviously have the engine module, and there's a bit of TVR, and then there's also the Ford system too. So
and not a lot of drawings or manuals to go on, really.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a puzzle, but as soon as everyone gets together, the team that I've been talking to, the information starts flooding in.
So they remember it.
Yeah.
And lots of fans, wasn't there? Because it's not a lot of... Where's the rad on this thing?
So so you've got 2 in the back and then another one at the front. So
quite
a bit of cooling needed.
And what have you done? Have you changed the fuel, sort of fresh fuel in it? Or?
Yeah, so fresh fuel. Still need the oil. But as I say, it's not moved yet, so there's still a bit to do to get it back running. But at the moment, it does turn and it is able to drive. Yeah.
You think? I didn't realise the tax disc on it. It ran out of tax at the end of November 2013. So
so that's when well, that's obviously when it was up, but it didn't move for that year, I don't think.
No. And it's a commercial vehicle, isn't it? So it's
yes, definitely. It's obviously got its all uses. So that was the ambition for it.
Well, I can't wait to see if we can, actually get it to move. Which I don't see. If you've got fuel, you've got sparks, and you've run, but you just haven't actually put it in gear and
it's not been put in gear yet. So fingers crossed everything's as it was. Well, as I say, it went in here running, so it should be no problem.
Oh, I've forgotten about that wheel.
Yeah, so that lifts up, and then it's a 2-step process. 1 and now. So hopefully, fingers crossed, everything's as it was. So
battery cut out, I presume, somewhere.
Yeah, you've got a master down here. Just to isolate the battery.
Oh, I'm just looking at jet off and road. I don't remember that. So they.
Yeah. So the jet, you can have it. Well, obviously, both off or just for road use, and then you can have both to give some more power.
Right. This is clever.
So,
here we go. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So
that all comes alive.
Yeah, and you can hear the fuel pump, which is a good sign. What?
Whoa! Well, that sounds very, very good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
super smooth.
Yeah.
I can't remember where the exhaust. Where's the exhaust on this thing? That sounds quite throaty.
Yeah.
There it is. It's coming out of here. So it got... Oh, it's got one the other side as well. God, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, have you got fuel gauge and things, or...?
Yeah, so the fuel gauge currently, I need to get the fuel gauge back up because that was part of my work to try and discover what the problem was. So the fuel gauge, I know we've got fuel at the moment, but yeah, that we don't have that at the minute.
Right.
Yeah. And then just need some more information on the alternator at the moment.
The alternator, why? You don't think it's charging?
I don't think it's charging at the moment, so on a lost system. So
where the hell's the alternator on it?
So the alternator is down the side of here, and I just can't see how it's charging at the moment.
Because it's not plugged in?
Yeah, but I don't know, as I say, I need some more information.
And you're studying electrical engineering, aren't you?
Yeah, so,
yes.
Yeah, so for some reason, it can go hand in hand, but it's a bit of an issue at the moment. Obviously more studying to do.
Yeah, but I can't get over how sweet that sounds, actually. That's good. So we could almost put this all back together again then.
Yeah, definitely.
Go on, then we'll put it into gear and see what happens.
Yeah, definitely.
It's only 12 years since it's moved.
Yeah. Fingers
Under
crossed.
its power. There's been a lot of pushing's been happening with this car, there isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah, so far it's all been quite a bit of work. So we'll try the master.
Yeah. I do like those.
And then we'll
what we need to do is just run it for about a couple of minutes just to get some temperature into it, and I think it'll run a bit happier. So there's going to be a bit of smoke as we fill up the garage. I think it's only steam, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know, that's all right. It does look a bit boat-like from underneath, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's completely
all sealed,
smooth.
Yeah.
You've got lights and things like that for an MOT. Oh, you got a wiper. Whee! Is that an indicator? Oh, yeah. There was something. Yeah. Got an indicator. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, headlight. I didn't realise you'd hidden them under that mirror where all the lights are.
Right, I'll give it a... Shall I just pull out and go to the top and come back?
Try if you think so. Yeah, going into gear. Whee! Ha! It moves! It moves! 12 years since it last moved. Look at that! That is an amazing sight. Now we'll find out if he's got reverse. It has reverse. Excellent. Oh, he's showing off now, closing the canopy. Wow. Look at that. Sounds like a drive shaft or something making a noise. It works.
I know.
Have you got brakes?
No
I suddenly thought
brakes.
you
Yeah,
have got brakes.
I've got brakes. I thought that as I was coming down the hill.
I'm going to get in, Joe. So that's all right. I want. That was. No. You carry on. I'll have. Right now you got. You got to use your mirrors, haven't you? That one mirror's working anyway.
One mirror. That's one thing we need to.
Yes.
Need to update.
What have we got? Are you going to close the canopy again? That was very brave. There we go. You haven't got a lot of readouts then, is there?
No, that's one we need to. That's the dash we need to find the model of.
Right.
For the battery. I need to get one camera going, but I see that one's working at the moment. But yeah, I'm actually surprised myself.
It's not bad for a 12-year layoff.
Yeah.
Did you change the fuel, you said?
We didn't change fuel, we just put more fuel in.
Oh, you just chopped it up?
Yeah.
God, look at the fell. That's quite beautiful. You had a lot of snow yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a lot of snow, yeah.
It's all gone.
It's just such a weird...
Yes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just...
Well, I can't tell you how comfortable it was to ride. It's very peculiar.
Soft, isn't it? Yeah,
it really is a soft setup.
Yeah. I'm not too sure of that in the back.
That noise, it's like a drive shaft or...
Yeah, it's something needs to look
it could be the prop though, couldn't it?
Yeah, that's a shot.
No, it's off, isn't it? Yeah, it could be the prop.
Do you want to go up in it?
No, I don't. I'm going to wait until it's got
ready.
an MOT and all cool and drive it on the road.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Joe.
Yeah, it's alright. It's an experience to have it back out.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Fantastic.
There we go.
It all works. Oh, there we go. Well, there you go. A working Scamander. So next stop is, I suppose, an MOT station. In a couple of days' time, just get everything sorted together. But I hope you enjoy this video and sort of bring this car back to life. Thank you for Joe for giving us a tour and his expertise in getting it this far. And if you have enjoyed this video, well, keep watching, keep subscribing. More videos coming along very soon.